Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mond now off of play action. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw it to the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. So that one will be accepted.
Right there, 54, right there.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 57 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throw left side, on target to Thielen. Not much there, only a yard. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Open man, once again it's Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mond out of the shotgun, sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses won't.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.